So we're at Arden Motorsport today. Behind me is my new GP3 car for this year. Doing a seat fit today. It's final preparations for the start of the season.
This season's preparations are going really well actually. We've had the engines back before schedule, so we're effectively a day ahead in terms of our rebuild, which is always good for the guys back at the factory. So we have a finished article of a resin beaded seat. You can see the beads on the back there, which is exactly the same as Jann's that we're making today.
The seat fit is probably the most important thing a driver can do before a season.
Well, basically we use polypropylene beads inside a casting bag. The moulding is then achieved by vacuum. We add slow cure epoxy resins just to glue the seat together, but essentially everything's done by vacuum. We start off like this, so there's no resin. First stage is just beads and vacuum, because we need to check to make sure we have enough material. So if there's too much, we can take the beads out. If there's too little, we put more beads in.
You get a better understanding of what you need and stuff, how close you want to be to the wheel, how bent your knees need to be, how much support you want around your hips. In the GT3 car, in the GT-R, we have basically like a sparkle seat, just a standard seat, that's a standard size. And we have maybe sometimes 4 drivers, so it needs to fit everyone. The biggest guy needs to fit in it basically. For me, I have a booster cushion basically. All the engineers take the mick, and it's like this foam padding which I have to sit on because I can't see nothing, I'm too low in the car. Whereas it's nice to get into a single seater and it's like, oh, everything's fitted to you, you can touch everything and everything's in distance and you're not moving around. And yeah, if we could have the same system in the GT3 car, it'd be mega. There's nothing worse than sitting in the seat and you're moving around in the seat through high-speed corners, or there's a lump in your back and you've got back problems, so you spend the whole day doing it basically. It's a full-on day of sitting in the car, tweaking stuff. In this car we put a lot of G-force, so you don't want to be moving around in the car, you want to be really snug and fit and so you just feel completely at one with the chassis.
So if they move around too much, they get tired. A lot of drivers don't realise they're holding on to the steering wheel till they get moulded into the seat. Once they're moulded in, they realise, oh, okay, I can just steer and I can just brake and accelerate, and that's really important.
If it just pushed me up more upright,
Yeah.
just in the middle, it would prop me up more
between
forward.
your shoulder blades, just underneath your shoulder blades there.
Yeah.
So you need to sort of bring your chest out almost.
Yeah.
Just tweak that.
Once we've established that, the seat comes back out, mix up the resins. They take an hour before they do anything, so we've got an hour's window to get the seat right from then on. So we're mixing the resins. It's just a quite technical process for just mixing it all together. Then we spread it back, use our reference points, and we learn what the driver needed anyway in the first stage. Put all that back together, put it back in the car, and then we make the seat. Simple as that.
It's pretty snug.
The guys will take it away and we'll finish it in this sort of sponge material, make it a bit more comfortable.
It does feel pretty real now, and the season starts in May, but we start testing very soon, so it's all coming together now.
So Jann's preparations for this year have been fairly robust. He's been racing in New Zealand in a Toyota racing series they have over there, which is really good for drivers because over the winter period it can be difficult to get out and keep race sharp. It's really good to see the combination of everything coming together after such a long period.
It feels really cool to be doing GP3 this year, and it's cool that it's on the F1 calendar. You get to see the F1 cars race, you race on the same circuit as them on the same weekend, and that's pretty cool. But try not to pay too much attention to it because it's far away for me at the moment. I'm just going to concentrate on what I'm doing here with Arden and with GP3 and see what happens in the future.